Hello everyone. In today's video we will be covering case number 23 and 24 from the Speed Solving Wiki, and that's where you have the pieces together, your cross colors on top, and you have two of the same color next to each other. There's quite a few things we could do with this, so let's get started. For the oriented version of this case, there's three basic things that you can do. The first one is if you place your slot here, if you put this corner piece into your slot by moving it out of the way and lifting your slot up, putting your corner piece in the slot and then lowering your slot, then one move of the top face, and this is a very easy pairing. So you lift your slot back up, you move your corner piece over your edge piece, and then fix your cross, and that creates a pair, and then you can insert the pair wherever you want. So again, here's your slot. You're going to move that out of the way, lift your slot, put your corner piece into your slot, and then lower it, and then one more top face move will create this easy pairing case, and you can insert it however you want. So that same concept applies for the back. So what you would do is, here's your slot, move out of the way, lift your slot, push the corner piece into the slot and lower it, and then one more U-face move, and you can see this is the easy pairing. And that's how you would insert that one. The second thing you can do for this case is if you take this corner piece and put it into the slot just by doing an RU R' move and then performing a U2. If you know your cases, you know this is a double sexy will get you an inserted pair into this slot. So one sexy, two sexy moves, and then your pair is inserted into your slot correctly. So you would use that if it's sitting over the slot, then you can place the corner piece into the slot, U2, and then double sexy, and it will place the pair into the slot. The reason you would do another insertion is if, let's say you need to pair this case up, but this is not your slot, then you would use the first one. So you would move this out of the way, lift your slot up, and then your pair, and you can insert it however you want. The other way that you can set this case up is if you need the easy case. So if you need one of these cases where here's your corner piece and here's your edge piece, if you want to generate a easy case for that, what you do is here's your slot, and you would position the element right here, or you'd position the two pieces right here, and then you'd perform a sledgehammer or a head slammer. And that will create an easy case for you, and then you can insert the easy case however you want. So again, here's your slot, you would place it here, you would place the pair here, perform a head slammer. So those are the three ways that I would do the oriented version of this case. If it's in the front, you can perform all three. If it's in the back somewhere, so here's your slot back here, really the two easy ways to do it is just put it in the corner piece, U2, and then double sexy move will insert it. Or the first way that I showed you, the head slammer from the back is awkward and it's just not very fast. So only do the head slammer one if you want the easy case, and really if it's in the front. So those are the oriented ways to perform that case. For the non-oriented version of this case, if you position the elements in the back here and perform a sledgehammer, then it will set up the easy case. So just like in the oriented version where we position the element right here and we perform a head slammer, it sets the easy case up. By putting it in the back and performing a sledgehammer, it will also set the easy case up. So if you want the easy case, then you can perform a sledgehammer and get the easy case, and then you can insert it wherever you want. So that's the first way to do the non-oriented version of this case. The easy way to do it from the front and the back is if you take this corner piece and put it into your slot with an RU R' move, and then one U over, you'll notice again this is the easy pairing. All you have to do is lift your slot up to pair, move it out of the way, and then lower your slot, and that creates your pair, and then you can insert your pair however you want. The third way to do this case is if you perform the inverse of going from a dot to a J in your OLL step. So if you have a dot case and you perform the F, R, U, R', U', F', then that gives you the J, and if you do the fat version of that, R, U, then it gives you all four oriented edges. Well, if you do the inverse of that, So if you do the following set of moves, what it's going to do is it's going to reorient this edge and pair it up for you. So if we do the opposite, which is an F, U, R, U prime, R prime, F prime, what that did was that took this piece, flipped it, put it here, and paired the case up for you. So now you should have a 3-move insert, if this is your case. But basically what that does is that's taking your pair and reorienting this edge and pairing it up for you. So if you notice that this is not the same, so it's not an oriented case, then you can place your pair here and perform that alg, and what it'll do is it'll reorient your edge and pair it up for you, so it's a 2-gen insert. So I like that one. It works with it works no matter what you have in your slots because it doesn't affect any of the pieces inside the slots. So you have your pair and you orient it like this, and it doesn't necessarily have to be oriented, but if you do this on an oriented piece, then what it's going to do is unorient your piece, and then you'll need a 3rd gen of movement. So now your pair's here, but your slot's back here, so now you need that 3rd gen of movement to insert it. So I find this extremely helpful when I have a non-oriented version of this case. So the left-hand version of this it's not the same, so it's not oriented. I would place it here, and I would do that same alg, but the left-hand version of it, and what that's going to do is it takes your edge piece and flips it and puts it here, so it reorients your pair and pairs it up for you, so it makes it easy to perform an insertion. And in this case, it would be back here. So those are the 3 main ways to do the non-oriented version of these cases. So in summary, the oriented version, when these are the same, what we're going to do is we're going to lift our slot up, put the corner piece in the slot, pair it, and then insert it wherever you want. That's the first way. Second way is if we just take this corner piece and with an RUR prime, place it into the slot, U2, and then double sexy, we'll insert that case into this slot. And the third way to do it is if you place it in this positioning here and you hedge slammer, that will create a easy pair for you, and then you can insert it like that. So that's the oriented way to insert that case. The non-oriented way to do it is if you place it in the back, and here's your slot. If you place it in the back and you hedge slammer, or sledgehammer rather, and there's your easy pair, so you don't insert that. The easy way to remember how to do this is just to take your corner, put it into the slot, move your top over one, and make your pair. And the third way to insert this case is if you place it in this position, or if it's the left-hand side, it would be in these 2 pieces, but it's the right-hand side, so it's this position, and then perform that alg, the inverse of going from a line to a cross on your OLL step. It will reorient that edge and pair the case up for you, so you can insert it like that. So overall, pretty fun case. If you have any questions or comments, leave it in the description below. The next case that we're going to be handling is these cases. So it's case number 24 and 25 of the Speed Solving wiki, and it's when you have your corner in place and your edges on the top somewhere. So here's the oriented version, and here's the non-oriented version. So we'll go over that in the next video. Until then, happy cubing!